I felt like the moment got a little ahead of us. We started seeing, what we could lose versus what we could gain. And we kind of played really defensive, very casual, calculated, protective, and we really didn't get out and play like we can, especially on the offensive front. We got a little lazy towards the end and just running there. They're a good team. They're great in the late clock. They'll run you all day and then go into the action late when the 4-3-2-1. And they got us a lot on that. They made some shots that they really hadn't hit a lot over the course of the year. And I think just the moment got a little ahead of us. We started getting a little foggy and a little fearful. And we didn't play with our crowns on as complete as we could have the whole game.
At this time, we'll open the floor for questions from media.
Coach, when you look at this roster, foundationally, what has it done for this Texas Southern program?
I think it's showcasing what we can do when we buy in. We just got through talking a lot. My biggest concern was the state of where my players were at right now, and understanding what's next for us, and just remarking on. If you buy in, it can take you a long way if you do the work. And I think we created a system here with the Tiger Way that says if you put the work in, you'll receive the prize. And so I think, honestly, we realize there's still areas that we could work harder in. So hopefully this is a space that showcases where if you want to play basketball and you love the game and you're passionate about, ball in the next life and winning, we went from just trying to be relevant to trying to win championships. And I think that's an important spot that we can now say in recruiting versus just saying, hey, come play. We just want somebody that can dribble. We want people who want to be champions. So this crew has really done that for us, and we're excited about establishing the culture.
Coach, this was obviously an emotional matchup for you facing your alma mater that you won the SWAC tournament with. How are you processing this loss?
I don't. It wasn't emotional at all. Like every opponent is the same opponent. Like I go hard. It was emotional for me because I couldn't coach my kids like I wanted to. The preparation of repeating what we had done, and we still so new to this space. Pick ninth, like we haven't even, we haven't been here through. This is her first time being here. Being a game away from maybe being in a championship game. I don't think as a coach I prepared them properly to how to stay even keel. We started feeling all the emotions, and the problem with winning for us is when nobody was around, we just played hard. And now when everybody, uncle and mama and cousin and reporter want to be in the video, it's starting to be a lot to us. We're starting to see the lights, and so it makes you more ashamed that people are watching you, and they're watching your travel, they're watching your missed shot, and there's an accountability for it. And I think that got us a little bit more. And unfortunately, I do think coming into situations like this, you need an experience here under your belt before you can really go through and finish the course.
Coach, when you look at where the preseason polls were to where you finished, what have you learned about yourself as a coach and as a person looking at what you started with and what people thought when you finished that?
I am who they say I am. Yeah.
Coach, kind of follow up to that. What do you appreciate the most about this season? Obviously, players, the evidence that says that you guys might not have necessarily the experience of playing this. What do you appreciate the most about this project?
A lot of people don't know this, but I have one assistant who this is his first time on the Division I level, and everybody else that's on my staff is a grad assistant. I have 2 grad assistants and 1 undergraduate, and those are my coaches. And so our buy-in to get to where we are, and the young kids, everybody kind of coming in, still being very new to this situation and this experience. But this is the first time that we had total buy-in. Maybe not in the work ethic part, but buy-in into what we're trying to accomplish and the mission that we have. And it's been so fun. We have no regrets coming out of it because everybody bought in. And for me, I was actually really spoiled this year because I didn't have all of that fight back. I say all the time, a part of what I do as coaching becomes a challenge because when they love you and they buy in, there's that element of I don't want to disappoint her. And so coaching for me becomes tricky because they know that I truly care and they know that I'm going to fight, pill, and soul for them. But then when they fail, it's like, I get frozen. And I've got to find a space in between coaching with my passion and the way I can and my dedication throughout that allows them more coverage to fail, so that they can continue to be successful. So I think a lot of it is growing me as a leader, as a coach, for them to continue to be better, to teach them early on about this moment. When you're down and you're fighting so hard to just come out of the muck that you forget to tell them how to live in the sun.
Jada, let me ask you a question. You were one of the return starters coming back from Texas Southern. What has it been like for you playing with a cast of new teammates?
Well, I'll say that 3 years, out of 3 years I've been here, it's been one of the best teams because we actually had people who wanted to win and had the effort to fight every single time. And it was just a challenge and also a good experience to be with them. And also they helped me and they helped TSU to build a name for us this year.
So just to follow up there, just speak about your journey this year as a player and you and your teammates' camaraderie coming into this tournament.
We had one mission. It was to win SWAC, but obviously we didn't get that. But next year we will be. And also just that we learned from the regular season coming in here, so it was just an experience.
One last question. What was your philosophy and how did you approach changing culture in Texas?
You can't plant the seeds and eat the apple overnight. That's my first thing. I think the wisdom of understanding that it takes time. So we've been growing this whole time. Like, our record may have been bad the first year, and the second year we grew. We had 2, then we had 7, and then, we kind of took off. It was always building. We had to win in every aspect first because I think greatness is not just a court thing. Like, greatness is a mentality. So how they eat, the workouts that they're doing, classroom. We got 1,000 APR last year. When I first got there, we inherited maybe, we was on the verge of some things there, And so showcasing, they could see, even though we were losing, we were in games. We were really competitive. We probably only had one bad blowout in conference in those 2 years. And so they knew we were there, but we couldn't just get over the hump. So they were seeing success within those. We weren't just flat out just killing it. They were seeing success individually and games from the work that they were putting in. And what I did, Holy Spirit spoke to me. So I let everybody go home and I brung all the new coming kids in. And I literally just taught them from scratch what the culture is, and I brought back, and so the work ethic really was there. So when I credit a lot of those kids coming in, they were hungry, and they taught us how to be hungry too. Unfortunately for these kids, they came in as freshmen trusting me, but we didn't have a culture, so nobody taught them. They taught them how to live in Houston, but they didn't teach them how to live the Tiger way. And so we kind of reversed the script a little bit, and it worked for us. And I think now, we left in the locker room, it was more of where you're at, where's your mental space right now. Don't forget to joy in the journey. Don't forget, because basketball is honest and pure, right? We love to get in this moment, and everybody cries when you lose. And me, I'm a realist. I'm like, but did you cry August 1st? Okay? Did you cry in July? Okay? Because if somebody was out working you then they should win. And that's just what it is, And so kudos to people who are continue to work. And you don't get mad and angry. You just get a process because they're so young to say, I won't be outworked again. And sometimes for these young black kids, these young black women, knowing how to work from being down is a more important role in life, okay? Because what good is them having a championship right now in life if they're working at, no disrespect to the Waffle House, and fighting every day because they don't know how to come out of it and they can't take care of their family. So some lessons are harder and they're taught different, but we remain the Tiger way whether we lose, win, or draw. And so when we left out of that crowd, what do? Crowns on? All in. Okay, it doesn't change. Losses doesn't change who we are, and I think that's the difference in between what we're doing at Texas Southern, because you may not get the world's result, but you're going to continue to grow as a person.
Thank you, ladies, so much for your time.
Thank you.